Hey everyone, thanks for checking in with us again this week. Got another great batch of reports from the staff. Before I head it over to them, it's everybody's favorite time of the year. It's extension season. Just got my extension on my pistol. Was up on Lake of the Woods this past weekend, drilling through about 30 to 34 inches of ice and handled it perfectly. So bust out those extensions, guys. There's a lot of snow, a lot of slush out there. So if you're heading out, be careful, be safe. We're right around the corner from when it's going to start to melt, and the fishing's really going to pick up. So it's my favorite time of year to get out with the spring warm-up coming. So I'm really anxious for the warmer weather to get here and get out on some hot fishing. So I'm going to send it over to the other guys with the reports, and we'll catch you next week.
Hey guys, Jim with Fish Addictions here.
Taylor, Fish Addictions.
We're out on Stump Lake today, just trying to see what we can do with the walleyes, and what we've been finding for ice conditions really is anywhere from 24 to 36 inches of ice, 6 to 12 inches of hard packed snow, which makes travel really difficult with a vehicle. So if you got a truck out here, make sure that you're going to do it with a buddy and bring a tow strap and a shovel.
Basically, all the accesses are snowed in.
Yep.
If you don't have tracks, it's basically impassable, like you said, unless you want to pull each other out.
Yep, and we're out here on sleds, so we can go wherever we want. Be careful though, crossing the pressure ridges. Most of them are snow covered and you can't really see them until you're on them, so just make sure you're careful with that.
And then to touch back on the ice, I was completely bottomed out with my auger without an extension on, and you had a pistol on, and you were basically right there too. So next time, I think it's a must for an extension.
Yeah, it's that time of year.
But fishing wise, I mean, fishing wasn't too bad. I mean, we fished anywhere from 8 feet to 12, 13 feet, and the walleyes were, they were semi-aggressive. They wanted a pretty aggressive jig. I've got one working right now, actually, but it was.
There you go.
We got one on right here.
Seemed that the more aggressive you jig, the better the fish. Actually, it came in a little bit hotter. That's a nice fish. That one will take home.
So yeah, that's basically the size fish we've been catching today.
Yep.
Nothing real big, but a lot of eater size fish, and it's kind of what it's known for in here in this depth. You're gonna fish in the 8 to 14 feet. You'll catch a nice batch of these fish. So
yeah, absolutely. And the nice thing is it doesn't matter what color, as long as it's got a gold back. I mean, anything from a buckshot to a slender spoon to a rattlemaster, it has been really working well. And again, with the aggressive jig stroke, so color not so much, gold back for sure. So
like we said, I mean, the ice is really thick. You're gonna need an extension. If you want to get out on the lake, you need tracks. Otherwise, you better bring a shovel, something like that. Otherwise, fishing's starting to turn on here
as
we get towards later in the season, and hopefully make a couple trips out here and keep getting back on these fish.
Absolutely.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yep. Stick with us for more reports from around the area.
Hey guys, Will here with Fish Addictions TV. Just coming at you with a quick report here from Lake Superior up in the Duluth area. We snuck out for a little lake trout fishing last week, and fishing was really good. We just walked out not too far from Brighton, and I'm telling you, these fish are aggressive. And they were absolutely just crushing baits in the morning and afternoon. And you kind of had a lull during the midday, but the mornings and the afternoons were the best. So if you get there early, you can even sneak out for a little coho fishing right away, early light, and about 40 to 60 feet, and then sneak out a little later for lake trout and anywhere from probably 60 to 120, but the best we've had is around 100, 110. So if you're going out there, you kind of have to walk a little ways, about probably a half mile to a mile, depending on where you go out of. There are people with snowmobiles out there, and there is about 8 to 10 inches of ice in most spots, but it is the Great Lakes, and the ice is constantly changing daily, especially with the wind. So I would recommend walking out, using your picks, using a spud to mark your way out there to make sure you're walking on safe ice, and go with a buddy to make sure you're not by yourself and you're stranded. But anyways, fishing's really good, using anything like tubes, flukes, spoons. Didn't really matter a whole lot as long as it was a little bit smaller, so you can kind of match those smaller minnows like smelt and herring and stuff like that. And that's what these fish are gorging themselves on, and a lot of fish that you catch are actually puking these minnows up. So they're absolutely just chowing most of the day, except you have a lull again. But mornings, evenings, get out there, catch some of these big lakers, and these fish are fat, guys. So if you haven't been out to Lake Superior, especially ice fishing, I suggest you go now. Find a buddy, talk to the local bait shop guys to make sure you know where to go, if it's safe, what lures have been hot. So if you get out there, good luck, happy fishing.
Hey, what's up guys? Josh checking in with another fishing report. Coming to you from downtown Madison inside the Fat Fish 949. So we had some pretty crazy weather last night, a lot of freezing rain, and it was raining when we first got out here. That's why we're kind of hunkered down inside the hub house. But fishing the North Triangle on Lake Monona, not Mendota, and brought the kids out and just kind of showing them the ropes with all the fancy new electronics that we've been using this year. Using the Aquaview Revolution as well as the Garmin, not using Panoptics, just a standard flasher, and that's quite a sweet tool. But anyways, to the fishing, we got out here, I don't know, 7:30 this morning in the rain, got set up. Same story that we've been doing out here is punch a handful of holes and find standing weeds and get right off the edge of those standing weeds, and small tungstens and plastics. Seemed like before the sun got too high, or before, well, it wasn't really sunny, before we got much light out, brighter colors, pinks, chartreuses, oranges were working really well. Again, it's high pressured system, downsize everything, like 2.5 millimeter tungstens with 1 inch or even shorter plastics. I mean, very small presentations, and maintain a consistent jigging cadence with your jig stroke. Any deviation from that will turn the fish off. But had a lot of fun. Kids caught a lot of fish, and I think they learned quite a bit today too, just about how fish act, especially fishing more pressured fish. That's what I got for you guys this week. We'll check you next time.